100% Real with Lisa Cabrera.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since I've done podcasting, and it's kind of nice getting back to it. And today we're going to talk about the trauma that our families have endured from chattel slavery until now being murdered by police, slave catchers, and they decided to take that same profession and turn it into their modern day police, which still very actively shoot unarmed people within the community. And you can't have an attitude that people should get over something that's still actually happening every day. And how do you heal in a country that shows no accountability for anything? You can't heal in that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to incorporate audio from another video, but I'm going to stop in between to give my commentary. Right. And the reason why we make up 27% of those that are killed is because we are targeted. We are targeted. It would never be that high if you were not going out of your way to target a group of people, which you have been doing from day one. And nothing has changed. We're just in a different era. But the attitudes and everything, all the same. All the same. Carbon copies of your forefathers. Let's go on. Now, where was this cop during January 6th? You see how they'll come on the streets when our people are out there protesting? Where were these cops on the bullhorn telling these people to disperse on January 6th? They were nowhere to be found. Just notice the contrast difference. And people did bring this up on January 6th of how the cops kind of held back. But when they were protesting the killing of George Floyd, they were all big, bad, and bold out there on the streets. Let me go on. So, where is the equivalent to Ivo Otiano? Where's the equivalent from other groups? Asians, Hispanics, whites. Show us the equivalent of this happening to you. Again, you can't heal from something that never stopped happening to a group of people. Plain and simple. So when you come with all that get over it stuff, you know, and again, you're being told to get over something from a group of people that feel they're not accountable for nothing. You can't get over nothing. There's no healing and there's no fixing this problem. Each and every year, the list gets longer and longer and longer, and it never gets better. And all they'll do is when the next shooting happen, police reform, police reform. Oh yeah, something needs to be done. Police reform, and then nothing gets done. It's right up there with the school shooting, y'all. Every school shooting, Second Amendment, Second Amendment. Nothing gets done. These kids are never going to be safe. We are never going to be safe in America when it comes down to policing. Your children, you're just going to have to pray they come home because one thing America's not going to do is protect them to the point where it's going to compromise their Second Amendment rights. You know, It is the meanest thing ever, but those kids are sacrificial lambs at the end of the day. We have been for 500 years. These folks don't care nothing about people getting murdered. Okay? 500 years, that's ample time to fix many things. And if you notice, it's never going to get fixed. We're going to just keep hearing about these tragedies over and over. But our tragedy, our historic, tragic story that's still actively in motion. We already know for obvious reasons why it will never be resolved. America don't do well with handling very big things. You saw how they handled the pandemic, right? When they realized they were last on earth in how they handled this whole thing, they just dropped it out of the news. That's how it was handled. But it's still actively going on. When it's not convenient, it should be buried. That's why they're running around with all this CRT and trying to use their children as shields and reasons on why this should be done away with. Using their kids as shields. No, those aren't your children's reasons. Those are your reasons. And you need to stop using those kids as your shield. So anytime it's an inconvenience, don't fix it. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't fix it. Don't deal with it. None of that. Just get rid of it. That's their solution to everything. And that's the reason why everything is in shambles in the US. They are not made for the big things, y'all. Just understand that. That's why the tragedies are still here and they're not going anywhere. This concludes my podcast for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening and come back for the next podcast. And I'll have that out real soon. Peace, family.